Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. Today we got a good find, Mariano's. If you can't afford a bonsai tree or anything like that, hit the stores right after Easter, and here's what we found. We put the camera down. A $5 value for $2. Azaleas. Nice little pot. Nice little plant with the flowers on there. Some of them are starting to dry out, but who cares? Let's get this out of the container. $2. Not bad at all. This was a great find. I bought 3 of them. They didn't have white, so I just did the 3. The pink, the light pink, and the red. And what I'm going to do is put them in a little pot. I put some azus into the container and mixed it real good. Just use them at the back of my back scratcher or root rake. You can get these on Amazon. They'd be good for a root rake to help you out. Nice tongs. And I'm just going to mix it real good. And then we're going to take them out of the pot. Just squeeze them. They got a nice little root system. We're going to let them soak in the miso so it can attach. Soak it in. Just like that. Let's see if I can get this guy in there. Squeeze them in. Okay, while they're soaking in there, I'll take the pots, put them in there. Get our towel. Get our pot. We're going to try to put all 3 of them in this little pot here. And before we start out, I forgot to tell you, today is, there we go. Today is Monday, April 18th of 2022. It's 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 degrees Celsius, but the wind is fierce. It's 28 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 2 degrees Celsius wind chill. We got a rain and snow mix coming down right now. It's been pukey on and off all day. What I'm going to use, the azaleas were $2. I'm going to use a 1 part worm casting, 1 part pine bark, 1 part leveling sand. You don't have that, just use some ordinary cactus mix. They like an acidic soil, so cactus mix is fine. We got the azus in the water. We're going to add the micus to the roots. But what I'm going to do is take the little pot, rinsed it out real good, soap and water, had it outside, survived the winter, frozen solid in a bucket. And all I'm going to do is take some piece of paper towel on the bottom, right there, put it in. And here's the soil that I'm going to use. There's the mix. Now that's a nice mix of worm castings, the bark, and the sand. And I'm using leveling sand. They have them at Ace. It's got a nice gritty texture. It's not fine like beach sand at all. Let me get this down. So the first one we put in was the pink one, so we're going to take that out. And then I'm not going to pull the root ball apart because all these are rooted cuttings forced into flower. So if you try to do any root work to it, you might take off the roots, whatever is established on there. So we're just going to put a little more of our mix into the pot. Let me get it this way so you can see it better. Just like that. And all I'm going to do is put it in, but before I do that, all I'm going to do, the root rake is too fierce. We're just going to tease the roots a little bit. Just tease them. Tease the bottom. This way here it's not going to be afraid to venture out into the new soil. As long as you can get some roots out a little bit. Just like that. They won't be afraid. There we go. I'm going to stick this one right into here. Right into the corner there. Just like that. And what did I do with my micus? It's here someplace, Tom. What'd you do with it? Here it is. right in front of my nose. We're going to put it in. Now you're going to see, after a while, you're going to say, Tom, the granules are coming out. Well, the mucus is encased in the granules, and after a while, the granules will wash out, but the mucus will be attached to the roots of the plant. So now we're going to take our red one, and all we're going to do is just, let me see, it's all wet. We'll have to do it over here. And just take and just smooth out the top. This is like a twin trunk, and all we're going to do is just tease the roots out of the side of the pot. So here we got them in the bottom, so they're not afraid to go out. That's the main thing you got to do. Now you got to watch for the after holiday sales, because this is the time to get your little bonsai trees, and they're cheap. Okay, so let's put this one, we can put the red one towards the front here. And I think the light pink one can go in the back. Something like this. But we're just going to tease the bottom. I mean the top, the base of the plant. We're not going to take no flowers off. It'll be all right. And just tease the roots out of the bottom here. Just a little bit, so they're not afraid to go out. It's like a little kid. If you're going to take them someplace and they're afraid to go, once you get them into the store or wherever you want to take them, they're not afraid anymore. And that's what you got to do with the roots. Because if you don't tease the roots a little bit, they'll be afraid to venture out. So we'll have our little forest just like that. Something like this. Into this little pot. And if the roots close in together, that's okay. Because we'll do the rest of the work later. But right now we're just going to get them established into the pot. Put our soil in. We got our mucus on the bottom. And then I'm going to take some more into here. And what did I do with my spoon? Here's my spoon. Sorry for getting in your way. And we're just going to put it in. Now don't be afraid. Go to the store. Mariano's has a good deal on these little buggers. These little ones are nice. I cannot believe that I got them at this price. So I stuck with 3 because I had other stuff to carry. And I didn't want to get them all squished. So I'm just going to get that in. Get the ball of my spoon. Pushing into the soil. Well, we'll leave that there. That's all you got to do. All you got to do. For $2, you can make yourself a nice little bonsai. And it ain't bad. If I had a smaller pot for one of them, I'd have put it in. But to get these 3 into a little forest after the flowers get done blooming, after the roots get established, then after about a good, I'd say a good growing season, then we can work on it next time. But for now, this is what we're going to do. Just to get them established. That's all you want to do. And just don't be afraid to push the soil into the pot. Remember, you just got to push, push, push. Get it in there. Fire it in. Fire that soil into the bottom of the pot. Don't be afraid about doing it. And for $2, where are you going to get a bonsai tree for $2? A bonsai tree in the making. Granted, it's not a big trunk and all this other stuff that you see being grown, because you're starting out. And if you're a pro at it, this is still a good find. I mean, where are you going to get pre-started plants like this? Now, some places have roses. You can start out with roses that way. But that's all I'm going to do is just like that, get it in. And then all I'm going to do is take my skewer, push it into the soil, get it to the roots. And then we're going to use our fingers just to push it in more. Get everything situated. Make sure we're straight a little bit. There we go. And don't be afraid to do it. That's the main thing. And if you're afraid, what's $2? For $2, you can start out small and develop your tree as a baby, because the big ones, they're already set in stone, so to say. But the little ones, they're your babies. Just like a little child. You make them grow up to go after your style and your pattern, your ideas. Just like that. All I'm going to do is push, fire my fingers into the soil. Make sure everything's good. It's a little cluster. It's all right. There we go. And then I'm just going to give it a little spray. And then Mr. Elephant will come in and give it a good watering. Yes, Freddie, Mr. Elephant's here. He says hello. And to all you youngsters out there, Mr. Elephant says hello. There we go. And if you want a Mr. Elephant, Ace Hardware is selling them now, so watch it. Go to your Ace Hardware. They got Mr. Elephant there now. There we go. Just like that. Just like that. And now I'm going to take and get all the junk out of the mikus water. And then we're going to use this, since Mr. Elephant got a good drainage into there. And we're just going to put our Azus into the soil. Just like that. There we go. It'll soak in nice. It's starting to run out, so that's good. And this is the late afternoon. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon, 4:35. And this is a good time to plant in the late afternoon on a cloudy day. There, we'll just wipe it off real good. Now, Tom, do you have something to put in here? Aha! Let me see what we have here. What can we put in this little corner here? In keeping with the season, we can put in a little bunny in the corner. There we go. Sorry for getting in your way. Put in a little bunny rabbit. Sitting there. And then, let's see, what did I do with our little tiny, what's this stuff here? That's not it. Oh well, I put the sand someplace. Don't grow old. Should have listened to my dad. There we go. That's our mix. Okay, here we got our sand from our planting of our time, you're losing it. From our medjool dates. And we're just going to put it in as a dress up. And the bunny's camouflaged well into the sand. There we go. Don't be afraid. $2. You ain't got nothing to lose. You don't have to buy 3 like I did. Pick whatever color they got. Make sure it looks pretty good. Some of them are starting to wilt, so don't take the wilted ones. Take the ones that are still looking halfway decent. Like I got here. And then just take it home. Put it in a little container. Don't have to be a bonsai pot. Any kind of container will do for now, because this is your baby. It's in training. And our little rabbit is coming out of his rabbit hole. Look at that. Peeking out. Looking at you. There we go. And you got a nice little Little bonsai forest starting. Sorry for the... There we go. If I tilt it, I have to do something with the light. Let's see if we can put it this way for you. And there we go. There's our little forest, our little planting. For $6, you got it. If you got your, if you have your cactus mix, well enough. But they do like an acid soil based mix, so you can put some pine bark or just peat moss. If you have peat moss and perlite, you can do the same thing. But that's our little bonsai tree. It's cheap, easy, simple to do. And they're your babies. They're going to grow and grow to fit your needs. They're going to grow up because they're your little children, just starting to grow. And we could put maybe a little rock in the back there, but I don't know if I have any rocks. Tom, you're so unorganized today. I thought I had rocks here, but I guess not. So what can we do without a rock? Aha! In the background, in the empty area there, you can just put a little pebbles here. That's all. Something simple, something different. You don't have to do that, but if you have a rock in the background there, it'll look good too. So there you go. Simple, easy to do. Any little statue will do. And just give it a try. $2 is $2. Just buy one. That's all you have to do. So today is Monday. It's comedy night. 16 minutes into the video, going on 17. I don't know how Mr. Fussy Pants is going to let us go this long, but so far so good. So it's comedy night. Pull up a hot cup of tea. Put on the Bickersons. They're pretty good. Jack Benny, Burns and Allen, Red Scout, and Fibber McGee and Molly. All great classics. So you take everybody, have a cup of tea, relax. Stay warm, because I got to have a cup of tea to take the chill out of the bones. Have a good day, everybody.